Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to talk about the hospital emergency code. So do not skip the video, watch it till end because mostly assessors ask questions from this topic. Okay, now let's get into the video. See guys, hospital emergency codes are the coded messages which is oftenly announced via public announcing system to alert the staff of the hospital. Okay, so these codes intended to provide the more and useful information with minimum words to prevent the stress or panic among the visitors and staff. Okay, so these codes basically denotes the disastrous or emergency like situations. Like I already told you in my previous video of fire prevention, there I mentioned the code red word. Okay, so code red basically denotes the fire related incidents, right? In that I told you the sequence of action which is initiated. So whenever we announce the code red or code blue, pink, a sequence of action is initiated, right? These are the series of actions which is used to overcome these kind of situations or emergencies. Right? So for code red, race is initiated. I just quickly give you the overview of this race. Race means rescue, fire alarm, then contain, then evacuate or extinguish. You have to rescue the patient, then press the fire alarm system to activate the building alarm system, and then you have to control the spread of fire. Okay, and the last one is evacuate or extinguish. But sometimes the situation becomes so critical or so uncontrollable that we find difficult to control. So for that you have to contact your local fire brigade and the number should be displayed in your hospital at each and every floor. You should have the memorandum of understanding or agreement with other hospitals. Okay, so that you can shift your patient to other hospital in these kind of emergency situations. So the second one is code blue. Code blue basically denotes the cardiac arrest like situations. Okay, to overcome these kind of situation, your hospital should have code blue team along with the CPR committee. Right, the main point is this: each and every staff of your hospital should be BLS trained, basic life support, so that if these kind of situation happens, your staff should provide at least basic life support to the patient until the code blue team reaches that location. The third one is code pink. Code pink is generally announced when there is child abduction or infant missing. Okay, for this, screening is very important. You have to close the door of your hospital and start screening and investigating each and every person of your hospital. And if you don't find the child, then you have to contact your nearest police station. Okay, you can watch my video. I have made a separate video on this particular topic. Just go and check that video. Now the code orange denotes the spillage of hazardous material like mercury spill or formaldehyde spill, right? For this, your hospital should have hazmat kit for this to overcome these kind of situations, to prevent these kind of situations. Now for missing of patient, we announce code white. And the next one is code gray. It basically denotes the disasters like building collapse due to any unknown reason or earthquake. Right? To overcome these kind of situation, your hospital should have emergency preparedness plan. Right? And your first priority is to evacuate the patient as early as possible to the other hospital. So the last one is code violet. Code violet is generally announced when there is security emergencies. Like a combative person carries a weapon or having intention to fight with anybody in the hospital. Okay, so for these kind of codes, your communication plays a vital role in this. If you cannot communicate properly, you will not handle any kind of situation. For this, your telephone and your intercom should be activated all the time, and you have to regularly check your public announcing system for clear communication. Other than this, command nucleus plays an important role in this because during management of disaster, command nucleus is the only authorized person who takes up all the charges and provide the necessary directions. It includes your directors, your medical superintendents, your administrators, your security in charges and members of safety committee. These are the person those who activates the disaster plans via intercom, via telephone and via PA system. That's why I told you just now that communication plays an important role in this. and your phone should be activated all the time. And you have to train your security supervisor along with 2 person each to go to the entire building and check for any trap. I hope you got all the points. This is over for today, and if you really like this video, then please like and share the video and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you soon in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care and stay safe.